Welcome back. IT specialists at the Department of Agriculture will have a chance to retire early. The department's doing what it calls a strategic restructuring. Gary Washington is the Chief Information Officer at USDA. Gary, welcome back. Thanks for coming on. What's the goal with this strategic restructuring? What will you try to accomplish through it?
Well, as you know, Francis, with the Centers of Excellence, we did a lot of digital automation. We modernized our infrastructure and introduced some new emerging tools to support our mission areas here at USDA. So, as an output of that, I guess, what we are addressing is we're trying to provide our employees the opportunity to obtain new skill sets, and we're trying to strategically address modern skill sets to take us into the future here at the Department of Agriculture.
What are the skill sets that you need more of? What do you want people to do, say 2 years out, that you don't have as much of as you need today, Gary?
Well, what we're trying to focus on is skill sets such as how to develop robotic process automation, artificial intelligence knowledge, machine learning. We've migrated most of our applications to the cloud. So there's some skill sets that we don't need as much of, and we want to take every opportunity to retool and reskill, our current employees. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I wanted to go next. You're offering early retirements, but if you've got 2210s that say, listen, Gary, I want to stick around, love the mission and so on, I'd like to leverage any reskilling opportunities that you might have. Will you have those available for people who want to do that, Gary?
Yes, we will. We will have opportunities for employees that want to retool and reskill. But as you know, also through consolidation, you really have to look at your IT workforce as a whole and make sure that we're making optimal investments in our workforce and we're doing the right things.
You mentioned the Centers of Excellence program, and I had an interesting conversation this week with a former leader from GSA in that effort, talking about the fact that you left that process early, and this leader said they were ready. What do you think you did that made that work, that made you ready to leave the COE program early and kind of fly on your own, Gary?
Well, I think we did several things. We did a talent contest within USDA, and along with the COEs, GSA, we had some of our own employees actually work side by side with the Centers of Excellence through that whole experience. And in addition to that, with a couple of the COEs, a couple of the parts of the COEs, we had gotten a head start in terms of going down that path. I think cloud migration was one of those situations where we had already started, but working with the Centers of Excellence enhanced our journey, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. What does that look like moving forward? I mean, how will you sustain the gains that you made and try to prevent any kind of backslide for you or a successor to have to deal with?
Well, we're putting in strong governance across USDA. In terms of our consolidation, the IT organization across USDA is very aware of what our technology goals are here and where we're going, obviously. We are going to create an environment where not just contractors, but government employees play a participatory role in applying new solutions, technologies to make sure that we get a business value out of what we invest in.
I want to be very clear, Gary. I'm not suggesting by any means that by mentioning a successor that one is imminent, and I hope you're there for a very long time. One piece of this strategic restructuring is a hiring freeze. What does that look like? Do you have a sense of how long it will be, and what's the reason behind it, Gary?
Well, the reason behind the hiring freeze is I really think we need to take a good hard look at across the department, what our contractor to government IT specialist ratio is. Make sure that we don't have duplication of effort. And again, we're investing properly in our workforce. Once we collectively get to a point across the department where we agree what our future workforce is going to look like, and we have a agreed upon a documented path to get there, then we can have discussions about you know what how far out we should take this hiring freeze or not.
30 seconds left, Gary. What have you learned from the COVID situation that you think will change the way that the IT shop at USDA works moving forward in a post-COVID environment?
I think what we've really learned is our ability to be agile and adopt new ways of doing things. We really don't have a choice but to support a very remote workforce. As you know, USDA is in every county in the United States, and we do have an international presence as well. So it's just made us taking how we support our customers to another level and made us more aware of the important role we play in delivering the mission here at USDA.
Gary Washington, thanks very much as always. Great to have you on the program again.
Thank you for having me.